How's it going today, guys? Back today with another episode of Inside an Accountant's Mind. Today's topic of discussion, why branding matters. So you may be thinking to yourself, why is the accountant talking about branding? You have a little bit of a point, but I'm going to keep this video short and sweet and just explain from an accountant's point of view, from a collector's point of view, why branding is so important. So for my sports card people out there, this is one that will resonate with you. And this is actually what basically thought up this being a topic of discussion. So I have a buddy who is getting into sports cards, and he is buying up a certain player, and he had sent me a couple different examples of cards that he is looking to buy. For those of you who aren't familiar, sports cards are basically pieces of cardboard. They are trading collectibles for sports players, whether it be basketball, football, baseball, hockey, soccer, so on and so forth. But they are desired collectibles of all of our favorite athletes. So he had brought up a player that he's looking to buy. He sent me a couple of cards that he was looking to buy, and he was having trouble really realizing why I told him that the cards he had sent me were not the right cards to buy. To him, hey, it's a card of this player, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. Why does it matter what card I buy? If I think he's going to play well and the card prices are going to go up, shouldn't all the cards go up equally? Isn't that how it works? But this is where branding comes into play. So, being somebody that's been in sports cards forever, I told him these are the brands of the cards that you want to buy, because when and if and when that player starts to play a lot better and gets a lot more hype and all of that, these are the cards that real collectors and most of the market are going to actually go after. And it made me think about branding and how important it is, because at the end of the day, my buddy had an outstanding point. It's an autograph on a piece of cardboard. It looks relatively the same. Why does this one card sell for $100,000 and this one sells for $100? And I'm being extreme on the examples, but helps prove the point. The reason is branding. This is what collectors want to go after. This is what collectors want to buy. This is what hobbyists want to go and buy. They don't much care for the lower end products. And the example that I used with my friend was, think about like Coke, Pepsi, and then the rest of the colas that are out there. The only example, I don't drink soda, the only example I could think of was GT Cola, which I don't even know if that's still around, but I think it was like a Roundy's brand of cola or something when I was a young kid, and it's what we would buy. So I said that there are people out there, and people that I know, who are obsessed with Coke. Only drink Coke, won't drink Pepsi, won't drink anything else. If at the end of the day, they say, Coke says, hey, we're going to stop producing Coke. We're not making anymore. We're done. We're finished as a company. Though there are people that no matter what, would never turn and drink Pepsi. Even if there's no Coke around. They would never go and drink GT Cola or these other off-brands of cola if Coke wasn't around. And the prices of the Coke that was still around would be insanely high. I would imagine that the demand would just be nuts because there's now a finite supply of Coke out there. And no matter what, even if the other companies drop the prices to this, to that, there are people that would pay an insane premium to drink whatever Coke is left, as opposed to having the cheaper alternative. And cards are no different. I don't much care, personally, about lower-end brands of cards. I only care about the brands in which are sought after, and are sought after because of people like me. And then I use that comparison, as I mentioned, to say, hey, even if those other brands were $0, I'm just not going to buy them because they just don't interest me. It doesn't do anything. Even though I love cards, and one could say, well, those are still cards. I just don't have the same attachment to them. I don't have that same drive to collect them or to buy them or so on and so forth. So this is why branding matters. Because even in instances where it doesn't make any sense, we as people and as humans are odd creatures, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it. And we have the decisions that we make and the mental, basically roadblocks that we put up, that no matter how much logic is used, we are set in our ways. And branding is such a huge component of this, or plays such a huge role that fits within those mental obstacles that we as humans have. So it really, realizing this through this conversation, really played a great number on me with how I advertise, market, and basically talk about and carry every second accounts, and how I want to carry it as a company. And it really forced me in a different way to realize the importance of branding as a whole. So A little bit scatterbrained of thoughts. Hope it was easier to follow. I'm still getting back in the routine of doing these videos, so the delivery is a little bit choppy, and I can catch that as I'm talking, but only way to get back into it is by actually doing it. So I hope this was valuable. As always, I appreciate you for watching so very much, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.